The amphibian man twists his neck, locking his aquatic eyes with Eliza's moistened ducts as the heavens pour atop of their disrobed physiques. Eliza, emotional. Wait! Could you recommend me a good chippy? The amphibian man says nothing, for he cannot speak. For he is, in fact, an aquatic beast with exceptional lovemaking abilities. The amphibian man leaps to the sky like a Siamese salmon before clashing with the waters beneath. Eliza appears tremendously puzzled. She turns as the ripples of water steadily disappear, fade to black. Finn. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Movies and Milk 30 Day Film Challenge, where today myself and Michael will be discussing the films in contrast to yesterday's video that we hate, however everyone else seems to love. However, today I was forced to choose the one film that has angered me over any other film when leaving the theatre. This was a film that gathered so much Oscar buzz in its early days, even before the film was even released, had gone on to prove that the hype was very much real, at least for the majority of audiences and critics alike. However, I will just never understand why this film gets so much love. I will never, ever understand. This film also went on to win a shit ton of Oscars at the 2018 ceremony. I'm talking about 2017's The Shape of Water. The Shape of Water was written and directed by Guillermo del Toro, and it tells the story of Sally Hawkins' character, who I cannot be bothered looking up her character's name, who falls in love and has regular coitus with a fish man. We've got Michael Shannon's character who wants to kill the fish man for some reason. I don't know why. The fish man has done absolutely nothing. I need to stop saying fish man first and foremost. I don't know the fish man's name, for fuck's sake. But Michael Shannon has a severe complex with this massive gill man, and it essentially wants to kill it for some reason. Sally Hawkins feels for this seal man, and basically she puts in a lot of effort to protect this fuck it fish man. And the film, dearie me, honestly one of the most laughably bad films that I've ever seen in a theatre, which is horrible because I've not met one person who shares my hatred for this film. I'll never understand this. Now, any negative passing comments that I make in regards to The Shape of Water should never be, a reflection on someone who may enjoy the film. That's not my intention here. I'm not here to insult, I'm not here to offend. I respect everyone's opinions. If you love this film, all the more power to you. But for me, The Shape of Water is one of my least favourite films of all time, hands down. I can appreciate that the film was a completely bizarre idea and obviously a very original film, but the execution of said film, especially in regards to my experience with The Shape of Water, was just an incredibly bizarre time. I remember the theatre experience so well, and a lot of people left the theatre in tears. And hearing incredibly positive things regarding the film in the hallway and the main foyer as I left the theatre. And to be completely honest, I haven't watched The Shape of Water since that first time in the theatre. And I'm honestly fully aware that people's opinions can change regarding a film a second time round. It's happened with me dozens of times before. Films that I never quite enjoyed in the theatre, but when I watched them at home, I have a newfound respect for the film. But with The Shape of Water, unfortunately I have absolutely no aspirations in life whatsoever to watch this film ever again. I'm honestly very content just sitting here and fantasising that this film had never existed. I desperately try to banish this film from my mind. Guillermo del Toro is of course known for his visionary directing style. He is a very competent director who makes very beautiful looking films aesthetically. And I'm not going to lie, The Shape of Water is a very visually striking film. There's great colours, great cinematography, fantastic lighting. This is all to be expected from a Guillermo del Toro film. And so of course I can appreciate beauty when I see it. Sally Hawkins is also an incredibly underrated actress, and I think she does a great job in the film for what she's given. Apart from the regular coitus with a fish man, come to think it, wouldn't you be absolutely riddled with mercury poisoning? But she does a great job regardless. I think she is a very underrated actress, and I would love to see her in more mainstream films. Unfortunately, other than those positives enlisted, I'm honestly just baffled with the amount of praise that this film receives. Anyway, that's enough of that. I honestly hope I've not offended anyone with my comments regarding the film. Everyone is absolutely entitled to their own opinion, so each to their own. If you enjoy this film, all the power to you. But for me, I'm afraid, I cannot stand this film at all. Anyway, back into your very capable hands, Mr. Michael McGorry. I'm very much looking forward to hearing what you have to say regarding the film that you hate that everyone else loves.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. So yeah, I'm out having a walk. I thought it would bring a different change of pace. I mean, it's a lovely day. I mean, why not go a walk? You should always go a walk when it's as sunny as it is today, especially in Scotland, because we rarely ever get it. Just casually looking around me, making sure that no one sees that I'm recording like a fucking crazy person. Mic check. Is this the mic? Is this the mic? I don't know how the kids do it nowadays. Is this the mic? It's currently plugged into the phone that I'm using, so... So there have been numerous blockbusters that have come out in the past few years that I've just found to be absolutely horrendous. And most critics and audiences tend to agree with me. I'm talking like Men in Black International and Godzilla King of the Monsters. But there's one that I found to be unbelievably boring that a lot of people seem to love. And that film is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Look at that big empty field. Now I should maybe specify that I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, I'm just a fan of good films, so if a Star Wars film is good in my opinion, then I like it nonetheless, regardless of whether it's a Star Wars film or not. But everyone seems to rank this film at like the top of the more recent Star Wars Disney films, and I just do not understand why. If I were to rank all the recent ones, I'd probably put this one maybe second, maybe even last or second last. I mean, Rise of Skywalker is a mess, but it was an entertaining mess, whereas this film is just, gosh, it nearly got me to sleep. There are people across the river, and I'm not gonna record because then they'll think I'm fucking crazy. Now this is far from a terrible film. I think, unlike The Rise of Skywalker, the plot in this one is nice and streamlined. It's easy to get what's going on. I do think this is the best looking Star Wars film. The director decided to shoot it in a way it's kind of like from a human's perspective. You don't get many wide shots or anything like that. Most of it is very intimate. It feels like you're in the war. But given where the film inevitably ends up, you would think that the creators would, I don't know, make the characters likeable or memorable in some way. But no, instead the characters in this are like empty, vapid shells. They're like robots, which is weird because my favourite character in this film was the robot. Side note, apologies I'm not drinking milk in this video, I'm drinking water. Why would I take milk with me out on a walk, especially on a hot sunny day like this? It would just get stale and disgusting. But the other characters I could not care less about. And it's not like the cast is bad or anything. I mean, I think the cast in this film is very, very good. I think the main issue is the writing and the uncanny motion capture effects. Yeah, there's a character in this film who was in the old Star Wars films who, to be perfectly honest, I don't remember the name of. He appears in this film and he looks like an action figure.
We've heard word of rumours circulating through the city. Apparently, you've lost a rather talkative cargo pilot.
If you tasked me with naming any characters in any of the other Star Wars films, I could rattle them off for you straight away. But I can't even remember the characters' names in this film, except from K2SO, assuming that is the name of one of the characters. So again, I think this film looks great, I think it sounds great. It's one of the few Star Wars films that actually feels like a war. But in a film like this, you need to have likeable characters, and unfortunately, I just couldn't care about a single one. Sorry if this review felt a bit short, ladies and gentlemen, but I have to get home before 6 because my mum's got dinner cooking. So thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gents. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comment section down below what's a film that you hate that everyone else seems to adore. And if you wish to take part in the 30-day movie challenge yourself, you can head over to the Movies Milk Instagram where you can find the template. Until next time, stay safe, don't do anything stupid, and I'll see you tomorrow. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to start sprinting now because it's 5 to 6 and I don't want to miss my chicken dinner.